DJ Knightrin.
What's up, lords and ladies? It's your boy DJ Knightrin, and this is an update video of virtual DJ game-changing feature, the Stems. Now, if you saw my last video and you saw my excitement, well, it's a couple of weeks and yeah, brother is still excited. So I'm going to show you guys 2 ways to continue using that feature in your everyday practice, or when you're live, or even when you're rocking the crowd, whenever that will be.
Coronavirus!
So without further ado, let's go to the controller and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Woo! Okay, so as we already know that if you have a 4-channel, you're able to put the stem separate from your equalizer. Now, even though you have a 2-channel, it will just replace your equalizer. But the good thing about having it on the 4-channel is that you could also include the equalizer with the 3rd and 4th channel, depending on your side. So if you're on channel 1, you're able to control your stems on channel 3. And that's good, because if you're a 4-channel, and you don't utilize it, here is your opportunity to really start utilizing that. Now, as I start utilizing this a little more often, I felt that there must be a much quicker way than utilizing just these right here. And of course, Virtual DJ already did an update showing that you could also use your stem on your pad mode. Now, the way you do that is you'll go to your controller, click on where the pad location is, right? And then you could choose the stem. And as you can see, the stem have now changed. So that's how you will get to your stem, by going into your computer, switching it and putting it here. Here is something too. As you guys know, this is the instrumental, this is your hi-hat, this right here is your vocal, your kicks, and your bass. Now check this out. As soon as I bring this down, you see how it affects your pad also. So you can actually see exactly what is what. Just as simple as that. Okay, so I currently have the, let me show you right here. I currently have the full stem on here, and this is how it's controlling it. So you, all right. So the thing about this, in a sense, is every single time you would need to use a stem, you'll have to go to your computer and then click on that. That is not cool. Another thing I also realize is that if I just want an acapella, I literally have to turn all of these off just to get the vocal, which is basically the acapella. So here it is. I'm playing the song.
Rhythm City FM, we play the hits.
Now, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to turn off the vocal right away, because if I want to take the vocal out, it's just one button. Here it is.
Rhythm City FM.
And it's gone. I want to be able to do that where I just have the vocal on its own by clicking one button. And I'm going to show you guys how we do that. So the way you do that is you go back into your Virtual DJ software. You will click on the pad edit. And as you can see, I currently have it on the stem. And as you can see, here is where all of the pads are. So we have the vocal, the instrumental, the bass, kicks, and hi-hats. There's nothing in 4, 7, and 8. Well, here's how you're going to do this. I'm going to click on 7, and I'm going to say only stem, and then I am going to put vocal. Not only that, I am also going to just give it a name, only vocal, and I'm going to give it a color, let's say green, and close. Now you see it actually shows up on here. All right, so now that I'm playing the song, and I click this.
Rhythm City FM. We play the hits.
What? This hour? Trinidad.
Vocal only.
I'm My God.
And that's the way you have that vocal on there. Now you can do whatever else you want. There's 2 more space on there. You can rearrange it the way you would like to have it right in that same location. So that's how I would add just vocal only or a cappella only, whatever you would prefer. And now I have it there. Now we still have the problem of have to click on stem just to get it. We don't want to use our computer. We want to be able to have it right on our controller on the pad at any given time when we're ready to use it. Now I'm going to show you guys 2 ways, okay? The first way is a little advanced, and if you're not comfortable with this, no problem. The second way is much easier, and you don't have to do any config to Virtual DJ. Here we go. Click on your setting, go to mapping, and as you can see, your controller is already selected. Under mapping, we're going to go ahead and switch to custom mapping. Now, because I don't use the Q loop, which is shift and then hit the hot Q, it now changed to Q loop. But also right here, you'll notice on Virtual DJ that it tells you what you just did. And I'll click on it and it tells me, hey, you just connected to the Q loop. And I am going to go ahead and change that to stems. Press info, press close. And now when I press shift and Q, now it's here. So now it's part of the controller.
Rhythm City FM. We play the hit.
What? This hour? Trinidad. I'm ready.
All right. So that's the advanced way. However, Virtual DJ have done a couple of updates, and there's no need for you to actually just do what I just did right there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this back into the factory setting. If I press shift and control, you see that it's switched over to the Q loop. Okay, and I want to change that. So now I will just go here and I'll go to where it says shift 1, which is the Q loop, and I'll put stems here. So now if I press shift and control, I now have it here, as you can see.
Rhythm City FM. We play the hits.
What? This hour? Trinidad. I'm ready.
All right, so that's how you do it. You could, even if you don't use the roll, you could even put it on the roll loop. So here's the roll loop right here. Here is the stem. And now, just to make it easier for you, if you don't want to do the shift and control, here is hot Q. And now your roll is now your stem. So if you don't use a roll or your slicer, you could go ahead and do that. But if you use all of them and you don't use any of the shift control, you could go ahead with shift control and then double tap to go back to the regular settings. So that's a much easier way than the first option. And the thing about the first option too, it's custom map for that controller. So even though you go to a DJ that have the same controller, it is still going to work. However, if you go from a VDJ 1000 then to an VDJ SX, it's not going to work because that custom mapping was only for that specific controller. However, the easier option, it don't matter what controller you use because it's part of the integration. So therefore, it is not going to affect you. So whatever setting you have here now on that pad, it is now will be able to use once that controller have the same settings as the shift control and the same kind of pad settings. you won't have to worry about resetting that every single time. And even if you go to a different controller, you'll still be able, by clicking on the arrow button down and quickly shifting to whatever you need for it to shift to. And you'll be done, and you'll be able to use it as simple as that. All right, so those are the two options that you could use right now in Virtual DJ to really step up your game. Now, if that don't excite you, I don't know what to tell you. Like the video? Anyhow, also let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Did this video really help you out? And what else do you guys really want to know in the DJ world? Not only about Virtual DJ, but what else you want to know about stepping up your game. And if you haven't already, make sure and hit that subscribe button. More content is coming out soon, so make sure and put on that notification bell. And until next time, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace. This thing have been revolution. This thing have been revolution. This thing have been revolutionary. I can't say the damn f***ing word.